we have $95,000 Bitcoin. I'm really having a hard time telling people, not telling people, hey, well, I told you so. I mean, this is crazy. Just a reminder, if you see where I'm at on this chart, view tab, let me do it this way, actually. This was where my little mouse is, April the 7th. That is 18 days ago. 18 days ago, you could have bought Bitcoin for $20,000 cheaper than it is today. $20,000 cheaper than it is today. Now, this is why people say you just need to be in Bitcoin. I'm looking for something, as you can see, and I can't find it, but 20 grand over, well, first off, 20 grand over 75 is close to 30%. So if you would have invested at 75 grand and it's moved up 20 divided by that 75,000 is roughly 66 would be 33. So let's call it 30%, 28%, a 28% move in less than 20 days. Yes, could it reverse and have a similar? Well, it did, didn't it? But it took longer to go from 109 to test 77, and then it tested 74 and 74 here. You see what we're saying here? See what's going on? So we went up to 109. 109 was in January. January was, that was 920 days ago. 20 days ago and another 35 days ago, okay, it started testing. This was the whole, we hit a top. Trump comes into office. All the tariff stuff plays out. This is tariff land right here. Okay, sends it into the ground through liquidity squeeze over a very short period of time. Let's call this February to March the 2nd, 1 month. Bang, whole market falls apart. Bitcoin gets oversold because it's liquid. I guarantee you that's on the drop starts on a Saturday or Sunday. Want to check it out? Watch. Here we have Monday, right? Where did the drop start? Monday came all the way through the week. Okay, came through the week, so I was wrong. Right, and then another drop starts on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think that Friday was a bank holiday, if I'm not mistaken. So Bitcoin gets sold off. Pardon me, guys. I went swimming the other day. Bitcoin gets sold off hard. Everybody panics. Everybody freaks. And I don't know what you guys want. If you spent 20 hours sitting in spaces with me and any of my buddies, not to say that there aren't other smart people out there, but if you spent 20 hours, and that'd be 10 space meetings with me and some of my buddies, most who've been around a lot longer than I have, most of which who are connected to other people that don't necessarily show their face on these shows, or much less TV. We have been saying this, okay? You cannot buy a house. This is the problem with houses. I mean, you don't really get the opportunity to buy discounted homes unless the whole market just gets wiped out, right? Like, this is when was the last time you could buy in 20 days a home that had a 30% discount to it? And then that it's probably not a great analogy, but I could go back here and go, this has been going on since 54,000. Okay, 54,000 was literally 9 months ago. So that's a double. Something is happening with Bitcoin. Most certainly something very, very important is happening with Bitcoin because it's performing much, much better than all the Mag 7 stocks. And that would be NVIDIA, Microsoft, Alphabet, Facebook, blah, blah. You got gold that is, in fact, let's go take a peek at gold. Gold hit 34 plus, 3,400, all-time high. All-time high. And what do we have now? We have, I'll get my gold chart up. We have gold. I think gold is beginning to roll over personally. Could it go for another big smashing? Maybe. Silver. Um, well, let me not switch to silver, but you can see gold smashed through. We actually got to 35.11. Now I sold gold about a year and a half ago at 28, and but bought $50,000 Bitcoin, maybe $37,000 Bitcoin. Um, it's come off from 35.11 to 32.77 week today. Um, Silver has been. I'm going to just say it now. I think silver has lost forever. Let's just see what the market cap of silver is right now. I don't want to say something that's not accurate. Where's market cap? Market cap. I think the market cap of silver is around 1.8 billion. That's because it's silver. Sorry. Yeah, 1.8 billion. So let's say that we have crypto. Bitcoin's 1.8 billion. I think Bitcoin is taking. Why would you own silver that weighs about 3 times more than gold? And the value of that silver is 10x less. So you have 10x the volume, probably 20x the volume, silver to gold. It's not very transportable. It's not very valuable, and it has less and less monetary value, more and more industrial value. So I could see it as an industrial tool, but I think it's basically lost its position to silver, and most certainly to gold, and most certainly it's lost its position to Bitcoin. Bitcoin will most certainly take over. Bitcoin has now also exceeded Google's market cap, I believe. Let's see if I'm Googling here. Starting to get too many things on this chart, and many of them I don't look at on a regular basis. So I don't have Google, but it's just taken over one of the Mag Sevens. So look, we're going to bounce around here. We're going to test these levels. We're most certainly going to test 92 again, 90. We might test the high 80s. But what I'm most certain about is we're going to test 100. We have to test the 109 again. How quickly that comes, I don't know. It feels to me like we're back when it was 57,000. It feels very, very much to me that between 82, and I really hope this is not true, because I'd like to buy some more Bitcoin in the 70s. I don't know what pukes the market out other than one big event. And then we're about done with big events that's going to drive Bitcoin down. That's what I think. I think if I have one more opportunity to pick this up at, say, 20%, 20% off of 100 would be 80 grand. I don't think I'm going to see that again. So I'm going to probably move my bids up. There'd have to be a catastrophic event, I think, for that to occur. Anyway, it's going to be a very interesting weekend. We'll see if people want to go risk on or risk off. But most certainly, people who faded this move right here at 72 grand, tick tock, man. Tick tock. I think that's a mistake. Okay. I think fading this right here at 72 will prove to be a massive mistake. If you get another poke at it, and you might, somebody's gonna have to make a decision here. Okay. But like, we had an opportunity to buy below the 250-day moving average, quite a long period of time. And we, if you didn't do that, I know that's not everyone's strategy, but anytime anytime I can buy in here, I'm buying in here. Did that always work? You could have bought all of this. However, if you would have waited for the 50-day too, you would have bought all this. Okay. Let's go back to a year ago when it was at 69, when we thought that was expensive. Remember when you thought 69,000 was expensive? Okay. It would have had you buying all of this. Okay. All of this. And you would have been right longer term. You would have been wrong right in here. So I think there's a way to like really manage your DCAing. These are the periods I'm going to stack for. Okay, I'm going to stack for these periods right here. See that period right there? Bang. Okay. See if I can draw something here. See that? Not going to let me draw. That period there, right under here. See what tranches were they? See, this was puking out people. Oh, 41, 41. Would you love 41 or not? Here's some more 65s, 56s. Okay, you'd have picked those up too, and then you'd have stopped. No, you wouldn't have picked those up because it wasn't there. We're just talking about the stuff under the 50, under the 100. I could change this. Let me just change it because I normally do. Actually, oh, I won't do it because I'm on the thing. Anyway, you get my point, right? Look at this 75, 57,000. Okay. And right in here, 60 grand. Bang, bang. Telltale signs. Come on. Come on. All right. That's all I got. It's 95 G's. Probably posting this is going to raise the price. You guys be safe. Self custody. Bitcoin's your sovereign bank. You are sovereign. You're free. If you're not free, you need to ask yourself, what is the price of freedom? Actually, it'd be a great thing for everyone to ask themselves. What is the price of freedom? Is it free? Or does it actually require you to make some moves? I think it requires you to make some moves. Freedom is not free, in my opinion. It's very expensive. It requires me not to sell myself to the devil and not to sell myself for follows and likes and dopamine hits. So I'm going to really, really encourage people to get right with yourself. Know yourself, know your enemy. Sometimes they're the same guy. And buy some Bitcoin, okay? Don't buy the derivatives of Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin, self-custody. Do whatever you can to control your destiny and those around you. And it gives you a pathway to freedom. And the more we can make here, guys, I think price go up is extremely important because price goes up means I have more power and more ability to change the world and make it more free. So you guys rock on. You're doing great. Go get a job, add some fiat to your game, and buy some more Bitcoin.